Shalom, Yeshalom. When the staff is always by giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Shai, the beloved apostles GMS, and also you brothers are doing the work in truth, or sincerity. Now, I wasn't too sure what to title this one, but I'm gonna go something along the lines of, do cops really plan to kill Jakes? And the answer evidently is a resounding yes. So there's an Alabama cop caught on tape planning to kill black man gets to keep job, right? Says and the reason why I wasn't too sure what to call it is because in here, man, you just see the simpleness of Jake, man. But we'll get into it, right? So it says an Alabama officer gets to keep his job after being caught contemplating the murder of a black man and skewing the evidence to make it look like self-defense. And Hollywood films have been bringing this out all the time, man. They'd kill a Jake, and then they'll sprinkle a little bit of cocaine over him to kind of justify it, you know. Because a lot of times when things are said in jest, there's truth behind it. And people, and that's just tactic people do all the time. So the case was settled out of court, but the audio recording made it out. It says Officer Troy Middlebrooks was heard on tape suggesting the killing of Vincent Bias, a man recently released on bail for drug-related offences, then advocating playing it off as self-defense. The Guardian managed to obtain a copy of the audio recording. The potential victim and Middlebrooks had apparently been at odds over an earlier run-in by Bias with police. The officer can be made out trying to concoct a plan to frame the man because we know he did it, we just don't have the proof. Right? And then it goes on to say in the middle of this Middlebrooks 33, and some of the things, I just question, whether how good this slack, or I can't really think of the word, but how true the story is. You got that buzz number there, 33. And Bias. His name is Bias. That makes me think. It makes me think of a few questions. But ultimately, when you scroll down to the comments, man, you know, uh, this is just another meaningless wheat for black article from RT. Even if it is, man, what's being stoked up by the elites is this racial tension, man. So whether this is actually a legit story, whether, this has been orchestrated purposefully, for the sake of the race war, we don't know. But, I'm going to carry on reading it, man. It says in the middle of this Middlebrook 33, a former Marine suggests that Bias needs a goddamn bullet. A racial slur is also audible. Says the officer appeared very frustrated that the police couldn't catch the alleged criminal and was proposing to escalate things. He would fucking kill Bias, and before the police got there, I'd fucking put marks all over my shit and make it look like he was trying to fucking kill me. I goddamn guarantee you. Right? So what's basically that saying is bringing it out. That's what they do anyway. That's what they do whenever they show you this in Hollywood. So, like I said, things said in jest sometimes have truth in them. Yeah, so the incident led to unexpected results, however. Even after the police and the city's mayor were played the tape, they tried to hush the matter with an out-of-court settlement of $35,000 to Bias in exchange for him not suing. And that's the other reason why I was a bit, not too confused about what to title this, because here it is, you had a guy planning to kill you, right? And you settle out of court for $35,000. Here it is, you could have sued the state for millions, but you're settling for 35K. Ultimately, if you did sue the state for millions, they still found a way to kill you and take it off you. But how simple can Jake get? If you think you're safe now, he got caught saying he wanted to kill you. Here it is. If he did actually kill you, He'd probably get away with it. But you can look for this story and read the rest of it yourself. I'm just gonna get into the scriptures right now, but that basically tells you just what the hell is wrong with our people, man. In fact, yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you. How simple can you Jake get, man? Because one thing you have to understand is us and the so-called white man. So Jake and Edomites. Edomites being the biblical name for you so-called white people, the devil. We have to understand we're natural born enemies, man. We've been enemies from the beginning. This is Genesis 3 and 15. It says, "And I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." Right? And then it goes on to Genesis 25, right? Genesis 25 and 22 says, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus?" Right? So the children were struggling in the womb. So this is Jacob and Esau, man. We've never liked each other. Right? And it says, "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Right? Because ultimately, Jake, we're going to rise victorious from the current state that we're in. We're going to trample on our evil twin brother, uh, you know, Esau. Right? Now, I thought I'd apply this scripture as well. Zechariah 11 and 5 says, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty." And you see that all the time, man. Whenever we bring up the topic of slavery, oh yeah, that was in the past. Oh, forget about it. Oh, we've given you welfare. It's all good now. And this cop here, he was planning to kill the Jake, and he got away with it scot free. Nothing done. Reputation may have been a little bit tarnished, but this is Alabama. It's probably gonna get a little fundraiser going on, by the KKK. Right? This is Proverbs 1 and 22 says, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." Because it's not that deep. Understanding that Esau is your natural born enemy is not that deep. Look at his track record. Look at his history. Look at his legislation. His legislation is directly aimed at destroying you. But you think, settling out of court for $35,000. When the martial law comes, just before, I'm pretty sure, they're gonna let them kill that little nigger, man. 35K after a man's been, caught trying to kill you, trying to find a reason to kill you. Man, if I had sat down and thought about killing someone and actually killed them, I would have got done for premeditated murder. Right? So this is Sirach 12 and 10 says, "Never trust thine enemy." And that's what he's doing by taking this man's money, just 35K. He thinks that's going to keep it all hush hush. He thinks that's going to keep it cool, man. One thing you have to understand is Esau is our enemy. We're not friends. We never will be friends. And as time progresses, you're going to realize this more and more and more. Right now people are saying, "No, no, you can't call the white man the devil," but time will tell. There'll be a time when Esau himself will show you he's the devil, and you won't have to believe anything. You won't have to think anything. He will show you he's the devil. Right? It says Revelations 12 and 12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time." Right, so when Esau knows that, right, time's getting short. He can see the signs in the heavens. We can see the signs in the heaven. We being, the men hoping to be of the elect here at GMS. You know, we basically see these things and we know that the time is short. And you know that this man's gonna start coming down hardcore. The legislation's already there. Not saying he cares about it. You know, this man will start moving like an oligarch, and an oligarch, if I'm not mistaken, is someone who's above the law. You know, by finances, might as well look it up while we're here. Uh, you know, so I've kind of got that definition incorrect. But basically, they're gonna start moving above the law. You know, you see that in them films again. You know, and you have special military men that are above the law. Then all of these military cops are gonna be in the streets, are gonna be moving above the law. You know, people will be talking about, but what about the Constitution? Bam, bullet through their head. There won't be no investigations. You know, all it'll be, oh, she didn't talk the way you wanted her to talk. Okay. You know, all of you will go to protest, and you know what? You all get killed. Just drop a little pocket nuke on your ass. That's Revelations 2 and 10 says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall come cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. Now this is more, you know, for us brothers here in the truth, man. You know, because when Esau does start coming down the grass, some of us are going to end up in those concentration camps. You know, we just have to have the faith that the Most High will deliver us out of that situation. You know, because that's ultimately all we can do. You know, that's all we can do. We can just have faith, you know, and hope that we can endure unto the end. You know, just why, you know, whenever I pray, I always pray, you know, Lord, you know, just give me that strength so I can endure unto the end. So hopefully, Lord willing, you know, I'm of the elect. You know, and you see that be thou faithful unto death. So it is what it is. It's spiritual because we're just speaking about it, but you know, that's one of the things, you know, that, you know, us brothers doing sincerely trying to do this work will have to start really meditating on. You know, is the terrors that are about to befall us men that are in the truth. You know, the Most High may have it whereby, you know, you may avoid it all. You know, but look what the scriptures say, man. It says some of you may be cast into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation. Right? So, you know, with that, I'm just gonna close out, man. But man, you jakes are simple as all hell, man. You jakes are simple as all hell. You know, but this cop isn't alone, man. All these Edomites look at you with this hatred. You know, when they're together behind closed doors, man, you know, we become a proverb and a byword among these heathens, man. You know, the elites want us all dead, man. Like I said, it's in their legislation. You know, and a lot of these cops want us dead, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.